Number 1. Days Inn by Wyndham Ann Arbor, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines and a hotel so disastrous it makes a dumpster fire look like a 5-star luxury retreat. If you've ever wanted to pay for the privilege of a choose-your-own-hazard adventure, the Days Inn by Wyndham Ann Arbor is your final boss, boasting a truly impressive 1.3-star rating. The experience begins at the front desk, where you might be greeted by a worker who just walked in from sitting in a car with his buddies smelling of pot, while waving his friends through because he was giving rooms to his friends for a party. Once you manage to check in, don't expect your wallet to survive the encounter. Guests claim the management will charge you double your quoted rate, leading to a Better Business Bureau rating of an F because they've been in so many disputes. If you actually make it to your room, please, for the love of all that is holy, try not to touch the light switches. One guest literally got an electric shock while turning the light on in the bathroom. The amenities are equally terrifying. You might find black mold in the bathroom, pee stains on the bed, or a shower dispenser that gives you a mysterious brown nasty substance. Maintenance is clearly treated as a suggestion rather than a requirement, with rooms featuring faucets not attached, half an inch of dust, and entrance doors so broken you have to lift up the door hard just to get inside. If you're feeling a bit chilly, don't count on the bedding. Guests frequently report the bed had no blankets, and if you're a 75-year-old woman, the staff might make you struggle upstairs alone with a gallon container of shampoo because they aren't allowed to help. In short, this property is less of a hotel and more of a dump that feels like a drug den. It's the only place where the decor includes trash outside around the building and a broken entrance door that was shattered. As one reviewer poignantly noted, they would rather sleep in their car than stay here. Unless you're looking to add surviving a bathroom-induced electrical surge to your CV, keep driving and don't look back. Number 2. Quality Inn and Conference Center, Springfield, Ohio. Welcome to Springfield, Ohio, where the Quality Inn and Conference Center is working overtime to redefine the word quality into something you'd find at a crime scene. Calling this place a convention center is the equivalent of laying a piece of plywood on a pair of sawhorses and calling it a banquet table. It's a property that manages to make its 1.2-star rating look generous. Upon entering your room, you might notice the decor is less Midwest charming and more biohazard chic. Guests have reported rooms that smelled as if a dead person were somewhere, featuring stains on the walls, stains on the mirrors, and someone's hair on the shower walls. If you're daring enough to look under the sheets, your bed might be full of ants or infested with bed bugs, leading some guests to sleep fully clothed in pants and socks on the top of the covers. The pool atrium is a tropical nightmare, where it's easily 95 degrees and the pool itself is disgusting and had plaster coming up throughout. Security at this establishment is a unique DIY affair. The side door remained unlocked all night, and entrance panels often didn't work so anyone could access the building. You might encounter homeless people in the parking lot, or a man sleeping in his car all night with his car door open. If you need assistance, the staff provides a horrible attitude. One guest was told to leave, or the receptionist would call the police simply for requesting a rollaway bed that they had reserved. Even basic amenities are a struggle, as management may claim there are no more towels once housekeeping is left for the day. In short, this hotel is a level of hell where you would rather pay $200 somewhere else just to feel safe. It's a place where you might find a stain that looks like someone was murdered outside your hotel room door. Unless you want to leave terrified and a day early, keep driving and don't look back. Number 3. Chester Hotel and Conference Center, Exton, Pennsylvania. Welcome to Exton, Pennsylvania, home of the Chester Hotel and Conference Center, a property so legendary for its systemic failures that it makes a park bench look like a boutique suite. If you've ever wanted to celebrate a major milestone by essentially entering a live-action horror film, this 1.4-star establishment is ready to turn your 10th wedding anniversary into a lifelong trauma. The experience begins with the unique aroma of the rooms, described as a nauseating mix between cheap cleaning chemicals and bug spray. If the smell doesn't get you, the hygiene will. Guests have reported candle wax hardened onto the carpet, dried blood on bathroom walls, and someone else's hair still clinging to the shower. The plumbing is equally adventurous, as the toilets don't flush, a fact the hotel acknowledges with signs telling guests not to be alarmed by the malfunction. One guest even reported waking up to find a rat in the middle of the room nibbling on a piece of paper from their work documents. Safety at Chester Hotel is more Breaking Bad than Best Western. Guests have witnessed people from other rooms cooking crystal meth and walking through the hallways with a stinky pot of hot blue liquid while wearing industrial-grade face masks. It's a place where a syringe dropped from the top of one of the parents' doors upon closing it, and others found a spoon with burnt residue under their bed. Service is non-existent. You might arrive late at night to find no one at the front desk because the staff simply left for the night, leaving you in the lobby filled with scary dudes. When you do find staff, they may be wearing a hoodie and will likely be rude or ignorant regarding your concerns. In short, this absolute disgrace of a hotel is a serious violation of hospitality industry standards. With roach-infested rooms and peeling paint hanging from the ceilings, it's a hellhole that should be condemned. As the reviews warn, you should avoid like the plague and seriously consider sleeping in your car instead. Number 4. Sunnyside Hotel, San Francisco, California. Welcome to San Francisco, a city known for its rolling fog and a hotel that makes the fog feel like a warm, safe hug. The Sunnyside Hotel is located right in the heart of what one guest affectionately called Homeless Alley and Drug Addicts Boulevard. If you enjoy your hospitality served with a side of high-stakes survival, you've found your ultimate home away from home. The security here is top-notch, provided you consider being locked in a steel cage during the middle of the day an architectural perk. Once you're buzzed in, you might spend your evening looking out the window at a lovely view of homeless people, tents, trash, and drug transactions. If the view doesn't charm you, the interior surely will. Guests have reported finding graffiti on the walls, holes in the walls, and even a stray condom in the drawer. If you're lucky enough to have a bed, it might come with burn holes in blankets and sheets that looked stained. Or perhaps a comforter sporting a fresh blood stain. Hygiene is a shared experience, literally. Most rooms require you to use a communal restroom where you might find the whole seat was covered in shit splatter. If you find mold in the coffee machine and complain to the management, don't expect a refund. The reported response is simply, "It happens, not my problem." Even the housekeeper adds to the local ambiance, with one guest noting he looked like a homeless man, which made them think twice about leaving anything in the room. It's a place where the air smells like pee and you can watch drug deals after drug deals all night from the comfort of your radiator-leaking room. In the end, the Sunnyside Hotel is the ultimate test of whether you have thick skin and aren't afraid of hood tendencies. It's a place where you get what you paid for, which in this case includes human filth and a room where a guest died in 2023. As one reviewer bluntly stated, "I hope this business closes." Unless you're looking to save $50 at the cost of your peace of mind, follow the local advice. Be smarter than I am. Stay in Santa Rosa. Number 5. Grand Oasis Cancun, Mexico. Welcome to Cancun, where the Grand Oasis is tirelessly proving that grand is a relative term, specifically relative to a horror movie. Boasting a 1.6-star rating, this resort is a freaking nightmare where you pay for luxury but receive a masterclass in survival. The relaxation begins with a long wait to check in that can last up to 3 hours while staff immediately try to sell your timeshare. Once you escape the lobby, do not expect your belongings to be safe. Guests report that room security boxes were often already locked and it took 4 days to come and unlock it, forcing them to carry passports everywhere. Safety's clearly an afterthought as you might return to find your door was left open by housekeeping, or that it doesn't close properly. Even the hallways aren't secure, with one guest being offered drugs in the hallway while the staff was joking and laughing with the man who was selling. The infrastructure is equally chaotic. If it rains, it's raining inside, creating a very dangerous combination when mixed with tile floors. If you get injured, like the guest who got a glass splinter in their foot, don't expect help, as the staff have no basic first aid and a complete lack of urgency or concern. As for the all-inclusive experience, it's actually fully selective, with most restaurants not available days in advance. You'll spend your holiday in constant queues where bar lines for a simple beer took 25 minutes, only to find they have no more towels to give you after your shower. In short, this unsafe, overcrowded, and poorly managed property is a waste of money. It's a place where you're told you're out of luck while the drinks suck and the food sucks. Unless you want to spend your vacation famished and standing in line, do your research and stay anywhere else. Number 6. Red Line Hotel and Conference Center, Ellensburg, Washington. Welcome to Ellensburg, Washington, where the wind blows hard and the standards at the Red Line Hotel and Conference Center blow even harder. Boasting a miserable 1.7-star rating, this establishment is described by former guests as a truly disgusting stain on an otherwise reputable brand name. If you ever wanted to spend your holiday feeling like an extra in a gritty crime drama, you found your ultimate destination. The experience begins at the front desk, which operates on a policy of accidental home invasion. You might be handed a keycard that opened the door and found a family's belongings in there, only to be met with a sneer when you complain. The staff have been described as disrespectful and, in some moments, criminal, specifically regarding suspicious data entry during check-in. Financially, the hotel is a minefield. Guests report being quoted one price over the phone and charged another, while others were charged several times throughout their stay. If you manage to find a manager to fix these errors, you'll find they are conveniently hard to get a hold of. Once you brave the funky smell of your room, the hygiene, or lack thereof, is staggering. The bathroom floors reportedly possess a disgusting slick that public elementary school bathrooms have, and the tubs are decorated with literal pubic hair all over the place. The local wildlife is equally attentive. Multiple guests reported waking up at 2 a.m. to see a bedbug crawl across their blanket. When one victim asked for a clean room, they were told the hotel had 5 available, but they were all dirty. The lobby atmosphere adds to the mystery, as the sale of condoms next to the children's pool toys led some to suspect the property was a front for something, or even a brothel. In summary, this dark, dirty, and dated property is so scary that guests have opted to sleep in their car in the parking lot rather than remain inside. Between the loud air conditioner, the paint chipping, and the rubbery eggs at breakfast, it is a horrid experience. Unless you enjoy garbage and weeds as your primary decor, you should avoid if possible and keep driving.